So how can you know if shares are a good investment option for you to consider investing in? Should you even think of investing in shares in the first place or not? And if in case you choose to invest in shares, which one should you settle for? To answer you these simple questions, I summarized it into 7 very important things that you should know before you put your money in the shares investment game. If you're interested in learning this, please press the like button and stay with me till the end of this short video. And if you find it valuable, then don't forget to press the subscribe button as well. Let's start with the basics. First thing that you need to know, what are shares? This is simply buying a small portion of ownership of a listed company in the Nairobi Stock Exchange or the Nairobi Securities Exchange NSE. So when you simply buy shares or invest your money in shares of a given company, what you're simply doing is becoming a part of those that own that company. And therefore, when time comes, we'll share the profits at the end of the year. If the company so makes profits, and losses as well if they make losses. To me, that I think is a good thing, and just looking around and choose where to put my money without the hassle of managing or running the company or business on a day-to-day basis, I think that's a good thing to consider. The second thing to know, how do you buy or invest in shares? You are only able to buy or invest in shares through a registered broker. Since you are buying ownership of a company legally, you need an in-between person, and that's who the broker is in this case. There are several registered brokers in the country, but I've done a video on one who has made it particularly easy to buy or sell shares via the phone, and the link to that video is on the description below. Also note that the first thing that you will need, even when dealing with a broker, is to open a CDS account, which is basically an account that helps you hold your shares. Without a CDS account, you cannot invest in shares. So it is free to open and you don't need more than one. But yes, you can work with more than one broker using the same CDS account. I have also explained how you can open a CDS account in the same video that I've just shared, so you can check it out after this. Number 3, on the must-know list, how does your money grow? This is also very important. In shares, you make money in 2 different ways. First, you make money through what we call dividends. This is when the company makes profits and then they choose to pay their shareholders a certain amount of the profits per share. So if they decided to pay, say, 10 shillings per share and you had 1,000 shares, then your total dividend will be 10,000 shillings. The second way that your money grows is known as capital gain, which simply means you bought the share at, say, something like 6 bob per share, and therefore the 1,000 share that you have cost you 6,000 when you were investing. So that was the capital, but then the price grew after 1 year to 15 bob, say, and therefore your capital has now grown from 6,000 to 15,000 value in 1 year, and that is what we call capital gains here. The next 4 things are the most important things that you need to know, so please take keen notes. The 4th thing that you must know is that not all companies are worth investing in. Just because it's listed or maybe your uncle owns it, it doesn't mean that you should also invest your money there. Most companies don't earn or don't pay dividends or only pay once in many years. And that means that your money will be somewhere lying there in the company's capital. And the only person that is not making money is you. For example, if you have shares in something like KQ, they declare losses every year, but that doesn't mean that the people who work at KQ are not earning for that whole year. It only means that the owners are the ones who are carrying the loss. Therefore, for a beginner or even just a straight thinking investor who has their mind correct, please put your money at least where it earns dividends. I will link you to where you can see dividend earning companies below in the description to consider investing in them as well. The 5th thing that you need to know is that it's a perfect investment, but for the long term. Investing in shares is not a get-rich kind of plan, and yes, it can get you wealthy, but it's not going to do so overnight. Growth is slow, but at times can be rapid, which means it is volatile. In other words, it's high risk. By this I mean that the share price will be 10 today, tomorrow 5 or 20, and that means a drop or growth in capital depending on the direction that the share price took. That volatility is not good for a short-term investment, because if you're coming back to get your money when you have an emergency, and depending on the direction that the share price took, the value could be half what you deposited initially. So if you go ahead and withdrew at that particular point, you will make a loss. Therefore, start investing, but put little portions of money or little money that you don't intend to access anytime soon. Please take note of this very seriously. The sixth thing that you need to know is that shares are not very liquid. In other words, you could be having shares that you need to dispose of to get your money back, but you might not find someone to buy them at that particular point. That's why when you're buying or investing, you should choose mostly those profitable companies, which are easy to dispose or sell, because otherwise in such a case, you might be forced to sell at a loss if you need to get an urgent buyer or urgent money. And last but not least, the seventh thing that you should know is that shares are not necessarily the best returns or most profitable option of investment, but still are an integral part of one's investment portfolio. You need to diversify your investment, and therefore should consider having shares as part of your long-term investments. There are options that, as a matter of fact, could earn you more returns if you put your money in them. For example, if you had your 1 million in, say, like Safaricom the whole of last year, considering the dividends that they paid, then you probably only made something way below 6% for the whole year return. Yet someone who had the same 1 million in money market fund made 10% or even more. But again, yes, there are some companies whose share earned more than what money market funds gave. So that's why I always insist, or rather I say, that you do due diligence before you settle for a company that you're going to buy from. Just to simply wrap it up, and I'm saying that at times your money somewhere like a money market fund could earn you more than when it is in shares, especially when economic times are bad. But everyone should make an attempt to diversify beyond just one asset or class of investment. Now, in this next video, I'm going to show you how to buy your first shares step by step from your phone. And I believe that you have learned enough in this video to make the next right step. So I would like you to please like, share, comment, and subscribe. And then I will see you in this next video.